some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I came to play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me. Then I double up and get none of their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted. So I'm 10 to 1 if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close. I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
What's going on, drivers? Welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper, and I am your host. I'm Old Snapper. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Smash them buttons down there on the bottom wherever they're at. I don't know, I've talked about this mic before. I think I used it on one of the videos a couple videos ago. It's pretty cool. It's made to clip onto your shirt, but for whatever reason, I've tried testing it. It doesn't work as well, you know, and I like holding it, so I'm gonna hold it. But it's a pretty cool little mic. Check it out. And it just Bluetooths right up to the phone. So the guys from the last video I used it in said it worked really well, so I figured I'd use it again. So what the hell. Anyway, we're going to talk about life expectancy. The life expectancy of a truck driver. There's been a ton of studies on this stuff, and I'm going to link it down in the description below. There's been so much on this topic that the CDC even has its own page for the life expectancy of a truck driver. And before I tell you what it is, drop a comment down below and tell me what you think the life expectancy of a truck driver is. Alright, now I'm going to tell you. It's 61 years old. It's 16 years less for a male than the national average. I don't know what it is for females. I couldn't find if this study was based mostly on males at the time that it was done, which was in 2019, I believe. I am going to put links to all this stuff down in the description below. Something else that I found that is kind of alarming is people who sit more than 12 hours per day, all right, have an increased risk of almost 62%. It's like 61.79% chance of dying in their sleep that night. Sitting does something to the body, and I'd imagine it's probably from the crease in the middle, but it hurts your cardiovascular system. It hurts your organs. It's bad on so many things. And think about it, just like me right now, drivers. I drove all day. Now I'm sitting here. I did my paperwork. I did my logbook. Now I'm talking to y'all, right? You know, it's even more sitting. If you add up the amount of hours that I probably spent in this seat just today, it's probably 13 or 14 hours, right? Think about it, drivers. How many hours did you spend in your seat just today? Just today. You know, think about when you started, when you stopped, how long it was before you got it moved around. You know, that's probably horrible on our heart, our cardiovascular system. It's probably horrible on a lot of things. And I'm sure it's one of the things that leads to us having earlier life expectancy than most other jobs. Now, I got into looking and seeing if there was a way to prevent this sort of thing, right? And there's really not. If you sit more than 12 hours a day, I mean, they advise to exercise at least 3 times a week, but that's for everybody. But if you're sitting as much as we sit, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. We all hear stories about drivers out here dying in their sleep. Even some young guys. You know, Asian Maya, he interviewed a driver, couldn't have been more than probably 30 years old. 35 at the most. Dude died in his sleep. You know, now, we never hear nothing more about it, but I'm sure it has a lot to do with the amount of time that we sit. It's probably what killed him, and it could kill any one of us at any point in time. Death don't discriminate, you know what I'm saying? Really and truly, the only option you have is not to drive trucks. By making a choice and decision to drive trucks, we make that choice and decision to accept an earlier life expectancy. We have an easy job for the most part physically. It can be mentally tasking at times, but physically it's pretty easy, right? I mean, we accept the fact that we're going to most likely die earlier than we would have had we had a regular job out in the world. moving around, working construction, or working in the fishing industry, or whatever it may be. If we had a job where we weren't sitting for as long as we sit, right? So that's just part of it. That's just goes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? All of us know it. If you don't know it, you do now. But your life expectancy, if you're driving a truck, is 61 years old. If you're a male, I don't know what it is for females. If you are a male truck driver in the United States, your life expectancy is 61 years old. Check this out, drivers. Retirement age is 62. That means the average age, the life expectancy, the average life expectancy of a truck driver doesn't even get to draw retirement. Figure that one out. It's kind of alarming. I mean, it alarms me. I don't know if it alarms any of y'all. I try to get out of the truck and walk around a little bit. I haven't done it here recently near as much as I should. That's why I put on a few extra pounds. I'm about 20 pounds heavier than what I like to be right now at this exact moment. Even from the studies that I was reading, and I won't be putting them up across here. Y'all have probably already seen a few of them come across. There's even exercising is not going to prevent it. It may help lower some of the risk of dying from a lack of movement, or a sedentary lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't alleviate it at all. We still face that problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Trying to eat right out here is difficult. The most of what we encounter is fast food. I know that TAs and Petros, I know for sure TAs, I'm not too sure about Petros, but TAs talking about closing their restaurants and their stores and just going with straight fast food. We don't have enough options for healthy eating out here, healthy food options. You know what I'm saying? I really wish they'd put a few more different options out here for home cooked food, or for even if they put what do them smoothies get called? I get them every now and then. Oh, Smoothie King. Even if they put a Smoothie King in here or there, to give us that option of eating something a little healthier. Cooking on the truck, I try to cook on the truck, but I can't do it every day. There's a lot of work that goes in cooking on the truck and making a meal. Time you figure you drove all day, the last thing you want to do is spend 2 hours cooking a meal, cleaning up the mess, and getting everything put away. It's difficult. Plus, imagine if you don't drive trucks and you're watching this video, imagine doing all that in your bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's difficult. Take all your cooking gear, go to your bathroom. Now, take the sink and stuff out, because you don't have that out here. When we wash our dishes, we either take it inside and wash it in a dirty bathroom, or we use a gallon jug of water and wash our dishes out here. And that stuff goes on the ground. It's nasty. It makes for an even nastier truck stop, but I guess it's no nastier than the piss on it all over. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It adds a lot to our day. Makes our day a little harder. But hey, I mean, that's just part of it too, right? I don't know. I know some of you drivers, like Coach Ram, he watches this channel a little bit. Hope I pronounced your last name correctly. And I know he's into eating healthy and stuff like that. I'd like to hear his thoughts and his response to hearing the life expectancy of a truck driver and what he does on a daily basis to counter that and hopefully live long enough to at least retire. I just think it's crazy. It's craziness. And I sit and think about it in the industry, like, is there anything the industry can do to prevent that? There's not. We have a load. It has to go from point A to point B. It needs to get there in a relatively reasonable amount of time. You can't stop every 30 minutes and walk around like they suggest, because that's actually what they suggest, to walk around every 30 minutes, not to sit more than 30 minutes at any given time. You and I both know that if we park the truck every 30 minutes, man, we might get 200 miles a day. That ain't going to work. That's not going to work. right or wrong. So it's not feasible. But I'm kind of curious as to what y'all think. What do y'all think can be done? Make trucks different, where we can stand up driving, kind of like office workers, they can raise their desk and lower their desk. Maybe redesign trucks where you can sit or stand, either or. I mean, that's about the only thing I can think that might would help this situation. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I thought this was a pretty important topic. It was kind of shocking to me when I saw how low it was, and when I started researching why it is so low, and most of it coming down to the fact that we sit the way we do, and then the type of food that we eat. Both of those factors were the two leading causes as to why truck drivers don't live as long as the general public does. People that don't have this job or this type of job. Anyway, I hope all of y'all are doing great, staying safe. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to edit it, get it put up, and then I'm going to take a walk around this truck stop. I'm actually in a truck stop I've never been in before, and I'm only about an hour and a half from the house. I'm in San Felipe, Texas, which is right in between Sealy and Katy. And I'm in this little kind of a gym, man. It had plenty of truck parking even at 8 o'clock whenever I got here Central Time. Which in Katy or Sealy, you're not going to find any parking this time of night. But try it off of I-10. Perfect little spot. But I hope y'all are doing great, staying safe, staying out of trouble. Remember to be good to one another. And y'all keep trucking.